Look, I need to tell you something that might sound a little crazy at first. Your brain has been lying to you, not on purpose, it's not trying to hurt you or anything like that, but it's been showing you a version of reality that isn't actually real. And the wild part? Once you understand how this works, you can literally change everything in way less time than you think. I'm talking weeks, not years. So just stick with me here because what I'm about to share with you, it's going to shift how you see yourself, how you feel every day, and honestly, how your entire life unfolds from this point forward. This isn't some fluffy self-help stuff. This is actual brain science mixed with what people call manifestation. And by the end of this, you're going to feel different. I mean it. So, right now, in this exact moment, your brain isn't actually showing you what's real. It's showing you what it thinks is going to happen based on everything that's already happened to you. It's like watching a movie that your brain directed using old footage. And here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't give a damn if that movie is helpful or true. It just wants to be right. So if you've spent the last 5, 10, 20 years thinking things like life is hard or success just isn't for me or I always screw things up, guess what your brain's been doing? It's been finding proof everywhere. Not because the universe hates you, but because your brain is obsessed with being consistent. It wants to prove itself right, even when being right keeps you stuck. Every single thought you've had on repeat has carved a path in your brain. Think about it like this. You know how water works, right? First time it flows over dirt, nothing much happens. But after it rains 100 times, you've got this deep groove, maybe even a canyon. Your thoughts do the same thing. So every time you've thought, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, nothing works for me, you've been digging that groove deeper. And your brain, being the efficient machine it is, just starts using that path automatically. It becomes your default. You don't even notice it's happening until one day you're sitting there wondering why you feel stuck, why good things seem to happen to everyone else, why you can't catch a break. And honestly, the answer is pretty simple. Your brain is just showing you what you trained it to show you. But here's the good news. That same brain that's been working against you, it can work for you. Scientists call it neuroplasticity, which is just a fancy way of saying your brain can rewire itself, like physically change its wiring based on what you think and feel over and over. So every time you choose a different thought, something like, I've got this, or things are working out for me, or I'm actually capable, you're carving a new path. And if you do it enough, that new path becomes the highway. Your brain starts looking for proof of that instead, and suddenly you're noticing opportunities you would have walked right past last month. You're showing up differently in conversations. Things start clicking into place, not because the world changed overnight, but because you're finally seeing what was there all along. And honestly, that's everything. Now look, I know some of you are probably thinking this sounds too easy. Like if it was really this simple, wouldn't everyone be doing it? And yeah, you're right. It is simple. But simple doesn't mean it's easy, you know? The hardest part isn't understanding how your brain works. It's actually doing the work. It's choosing the new thought when the old one feels so real, so justified by all the crap you've been through. That's the part that takes guts. That's the practice. And that's exactly what we're going to do together right now. What we're about to do, I call it neuro-editing. Basically, it's like updating your phone. You know how your phone gets all slow and glitchy when you're running old software? Your brain's kind of the same way. You're running programs that got installed years ago, maybe when you were a kid, maybe during some rough patch you went through. Programs full of beliefs that don't even serve you anymore. But just like you can update your phone and suddenly it works better, you can update your brain, and the results can happen fast. Not because this is magic or anything mystical, but because your brain is just sitting there waiting for you to give it new instructions. It's been ready. You just haven't told it what to do until now. In just a minute, I'm going to walk you through something where your conscious mind gets to chill out and your subconscious mind opens up. That's where the real change happens, not in the part of your brain that's analyzing every word I'm saying right now, but the part that's just absorbing it, the part that's been running your life on autopilot this whole time. We're going to talk directly to that part. We're going to show it a different version of your life, a different version of you, and we're going to make it feel so real that your brain just accepts it as truth. No debate, no resistance. And once that happens, your actual life starts shifting to match it. That's not me making promises. That's literally how your brain works. So here's what I need you to do. Find somewhere comfortable where nobody's going to bug you for the next few minutes. Sit down, lie down, whatever feels good. This isn't about trying hard or doing it perfectly. It's just about being open. You don't have to force anything or make something magical happen. Just be here, be present. Let your mind do what it already knows how to do, which is learn and change and grow. Close your eyes now. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And when you let it out, just let your body relax. Feel how you're being held up by whatever you're sitting or lying on. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere and just let it go. You don't need it right now. Breathe in again, nice and slow. And as you breathe out, let go of everything you were thinking about before this. All the stuff on your to-do list, all the worries, all the noise. It can wait. Right now, this moment belongs to you. You're safe. You're calm. You're exactly where you need to be. As you keep breathing naturally, just become aware of your mind for a second. Not all the thoughts racing around, but that quiet part underneath. That observer that's always been there, just watching everything. That part of you has been waiting for this moment, waiting for you to remember that you're not stuck. You're not a victim of your past or your circumstances. You're the one creating your reality. And today, right now, you're taking that power back. Your brain is listening right now, not the skeptical part, the deeper part, the part that keeps your heart beating, your lungs breathing, your body healing when you cut yourself. That part runs everything without you even thinking about it. And that part is paying attention to every single word. It's ready for new instructions, ready to build new pathways, ready to show you a completely different reality. All you have to do is tell it what you want. So imagine your mind is like a screen, and you're watching a movie on that screen. But this isn't just any movie. This is your life, the life you've always wanted but maybe never really believed you could have. And here's the thing, the person in that movie is you. They look like you, sound like you, move like you. But there's something different about them. They're confident, they're at peace, they're certain about themselves. They wake up every morning knowing life is on their side. They don't worry about whether things will work out because they already know they will. They don't question if they're good enough because they get it. They understand their own value. Success doesn't chase them, it finds them. And as you watch this version of yourself, something clicks. You realize this isn't some fantasy person. This is you. This has always been you underneath everything. You just forgot for a while. Now step into that screen. Become that person. Feel what they feel. See what they see. Notice how different your body feels when you're living like this. Your shoulders aren't tight. Your breathing is easy. There's this quiet power in your chest. This knowing that you don't have to prove anything to anyone because you already know who you are. And from here, opportunities don't feel rare. They feel like they're everywhere. People aren't obstacles. They're potential friends, partners, allies. problems aren't overwhelming, they're just puzzles you can figure out. Look around this reality you just stepped into. What do you notice? Maybe it's how everything looks clearer, brighter, or maybe it's how your body feels lighter, like you've been carrying a backpack full of rocks and you finally put it down. Or maybe it's the quiet in your head. Not silence like no sound, but silence like that voice that used to tell you all the reasons why you couldn't do something. It's gone. And in its place is just presence, certainty, peace. As you move through this new reality, watch how people respond to you. There's warmth in their eyes, respect in how they talk to you. They lean in when you speak because your words actually mean something. Not because you're trying to impress them, but because you're speaking from a real place. You're not performing confidence. You just are confident, and people can feel it. The way you walk, the way you make decisions, how you handle it when something unexpected happens. There's this steadiness to you now that wasn't there before, like you're standing on solid ground. And here's what's wild. In this reality, success isn't something you're running after. It just flows to you. Opportunities show up without you having to force them. The right people walk into your life at the exact right moment. Money, resources, whatever you need, it appears when you need it. Not because you're lucky, because you're finally aligned. Your outside world is matching what's happening inside you. And what's happening inside you is abundance, peace, and this deep belief in your own worth. Take a moment to really feel this. Let it sink all the way in. Let your body know this is safe, this is real, this is home. Because the more real this feels right now, in your imagination, the faster your brain will make it real in your actual life. That's not wishful thinking, that's neuroscience. Your brain can't tell the difference between something you vividly imagine and something that actually happens. So when you imagine yourself living this way, feeling this way, being this way, your brain starts building the wiring to support it. It starts cutting away the old pathways and making the new ones stronger. And before you know it, you're not pretending anymore. You're not imagining. You're living it. This is your new baseline. This is who you are when all the old programming gets stripped away. This is your brain working the way it's supposed to work. And the beautiful part, you don't have to earn this. You don't have to wait for it. You just decide right now that this is your new normal. This is how you move through life from now on. And your brain, being the incredible machine it is, will start rearranging everything to make it happen. Now imagine there's this bright, protective energy forming all around you, like a shield made of light. And this shield is smart. It knows what belongs in your life and what doesn't. It filters out negativity, doubt, all that fear-based stuff, and it amplifies the good, the confidence, the clarity, the peace. Anything that tries to come into your awareness has to pass through this filter first. If it doesn't match who you're becoming, it just bounces right off. You don't even notice it. But if it aligns with your new vibe, it flows in easy. This shield is always with you now, protecting your energy, guarding your thoughts, keeping you on track. And as you rest here, safe and protected, just feel something shifting inside you. Maybe it's subtle, maybe it's obvious, but something is different. Your mind is reorganizing itself. Old neural pathways that kept you stuck, they're shutting down. New pathways, stronger and clearer ones are forming. And with every breath you take, these new pathways get more solid, more automatic, more real. Think about what this means when you wake up tomorrow. The first thought that pops into your head isn't going to be anxiety or that mental to-do list or all the ways things could go wrong. It's going to be calm, maybe even a little bit of excitement, a gentle knowing that today's going to be good. You get out of bed feeling energized instead of exhausted. You look in the mirror, and instead of picking yourself apart, you see someone who's growing, changing, getting closer to who they're meant to be. This isn't wishful thinking. This is what happens when you rewire your brain. Picture yourself in conversations from now on. Someone says something that normally would have triggered you, would have made you defensive, or sent you spiraling into self-doubt. But now there's this pause, this space, and in that space, you choose different. You respond from a calm place instead of reacting from hurt, and the other person feels it. They notice something's changed in you. They treat you differently because you're showing up differently. That's what neural reprogramming does. It changes not just how you feel, but how everyone around you responds to you. And what about those goals you've been putting off? That thing you've been wanting to start, but you're scared. That conversation you've been avoiding. That dream that feels too big. From this new place, they don't feel impossible anymore. They feel like they're supposed to happen. Because you're not coming from lack or fear anymore. You're coming from wholeness, from certainty. And when you take action from that place, resistance just melts away. Doors open, the right people show up, things click, and 6 months from now, you're going to look back and wonder why you ever thought it was hard. You're not the same person you were when you started listening to this. That version of you is fading, being replaced by someone who expects good things, someone who trusts themselves, someone who knows deep down without any doubt that life is working for them, not against them. And this knowing isn't loud or aggressive. It's quiet, steady, the kind of knowing that doesn't need to be proven because it's so deep in your bones that it's just the truth. From right now forward, your brain is wired differently. It notices opportunities that were always there but you couldn't see them before. It sees challenges as chances to grow instead of reasons to quit. It attracts people and situations that match this new energy. And you don't have to force any of it. You don't have to hustle yourself to death or prove anything. You just stay in this frequency, and everything else meets you there. Now let's lock this in. I'm going to say some affirmations. Don't just hear them, feel them. Let them sink deep into your bones. Let them become the new voice in your head, the new beliefs running in the background of your life. I am calm. I am clear. I am focused. I am confident. My mind filters out distraction automatically. My energy attracts opportunity effortlessly. My reality reflects my beliefs perfectly. I am the conscious creator of my world. I am the master of my focus. I am living from my highest potential. Every thought I think strengthens this new reality. Every breath I take seals this truth deeper. Every moment I live reinforces this as my new normal. I am rewired for success. I am surrounded by peace. I am experiencing life through a new lens. I am aligned with abundance. I am magnetizing everything I desire. Every cell in my body is infused with certainty. Every emotion I feel creates evidence of well-being. Every action I take moves me closer to my dreams. I don't hope for success. I expect it. I don't wish for peace. I embody it. I don't seek abundance. I radiate it. I trust myself completely. When I make decisions, I make them with confidence. When I face challenges, I face them with courage. When opportunities arise, I seize them without hesitation. I am no longer held back by the fear of failure because I understand that failure is just feedback. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every closed door is redirecting me to something better. Every delay is divine timing working in my favor. My relationships are transforming. I attract people who see my value. I surround myself with those who elevate me. I release those who drain me without guilt or regret. I communicate my needs clearly. I set boundaries lovingly. I give from a place of overflow, not depletion. And the love I give returns to me multiplied. My connections are deeper. My conversations are more meaningful. My presence alone makes others feel safe, seen, and valued. My health is improving. My body responds to this new mental state by healing, strengthening, restoring. I sleep better because my mind is at peace. I eat better because I respect this vessel I've been given. I move better because energy flows through me freely. I look in the mirror and see someone who is becoming more vibrant, more alive, more radiant with each passing day. This isn't vanity. This is self-love expressed through physical form. My financial reality is shifting. Money flows to me easily and frequently. I am a magnet for prosperity. I see opportunities to create value everywhere I look. I am compensated generously for my unique gifts. I manage my resources wisely. I invest in myself without fear. I give generously without attachment. And the more I circulate abundance, the more it circulates back to me. Wealth is my natural state. Prosperity is my birthright. And I claim it fully, unapologetically, joyfully. My purpose is becoming clearer. I know why I'm here. I understand what I'm meant to contribute, and I no longer question whether I'm capable of fulfilling that purpose because I know that I wouldn't have been given this vision if I wasn't equipped to execute it. Every skill I've developed, every challenge I've overcome, every lesson I've learned has prepared me for this moment. I am ready, I am worthy, I am chosen, and I step into my calling with absolute certainty. This is who I am now. This is how I show up in the world. This is my default. And nothing from my past gets to change this unless I let it. And I'm not letting it. I'm releasing every old story, every limiting belief, every fear that told me I wasn't enough. They helped me get through some stuff, but they don't help me anymore. And I'm letting them go. Easy, complete, done. In their place, I'm installing new truths. I am capable. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am magnetic. I am unstoppable. Not because I have to prove it to anyone, but because I decided it. And my brain, being the loyal machine it is already making it real. Right now, in this moment, new neural pathways are forming. New connections are being made. And when you open your eyes, you won't just feel different. You will be different. Your brain will be rewired. And the world around you is going to start reflecting that change immediately. So take one more deep breath. And as you let it out, feel this new identity settling into every part of you. It's not something you're trying to become. It's something you're remembering. This is who you've always been under all the conditioning, all the doubt, all the fear. And now you're finally free. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Notice how you feel. Notice the calm, the clarity, that quiet confidence sitting in your chest. This is your new baseline. And every time you do this process, it gets stronger, deeper, more permanent. You can do this every day. You should do this every day for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, because repetition is how we rewire. Consistency is how we transform. And transformation is what you were made for. Your brain has learned it can only win. And from this moment on, that's exactly what it's going to do.